try to tighten up the collar, clean me up. There's only one way this ends. Me running off you on the porch crying, girl, don't guess I can blame you for trying.
Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And bulldozing his way through. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. Now Penix to the air right away. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there on the first play of the game. 48 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Let's go.
They'll run here with a rookie. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp. With some big plays already. Here's another. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Looking to put a drive together.
Panther 60.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. You talk about this Falcon defense. Well, they've certainly had their struggles against the run. At the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
And stopping the run, That's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
7 Pirates, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From the gun on third down, Sanders. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, Penix. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys
I like
in the on-deck circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Penix working out of the gun here. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Now inside the 25. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better. And you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
A play fake. Now Penix. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. You look at this Steeler defense. Now, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked third in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked third against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. They are going for it. Penix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. These two teams all tied after one.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Loose inside the 30. Travis Etienne. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Travis Etienne. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded in the end zone with no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Intercepted. Sets up a first down and goal at the 2-yard line.
How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out.
Cowboy 80.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach.
Come on.
That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Travis Etienne with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because
inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready? 60 by 6, 60 by 6.
To throw is Sanders. Looking here for Smith downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Check, hurt. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Yeah, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
They'll run with ETN. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Travis Etienne on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are once again back in front. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Penix. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Here's second and 10.
Let's go now. Hey, check that, check that. 70, Timberwolves. Ready, ready?
ETN up the middle.
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe.
91 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
70, hot 70. Bronco 80, let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll go. Here's Sanders.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Robinson on a give right side.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And this time they were waiting for it as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's Penix. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
To the air, Penix.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And his kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, 79 Broncos.
Throwing, Sanders.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
Pushing his way through.
And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on the job.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Sanders to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get to
12 past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 36.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
from the gun, it's Sanders.
He'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf, 35 yards. And the Steelers have retaken a third-quarter lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go play action here with Penix. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown Now, their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
104 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Sanders.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Well, the terrible towels in this 3rd and long. And looking to throw, Penix. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
They'll throw with Penix.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that's going to tie the ball game at 34.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
70 Lions. Hey.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
A gain of 6.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Okay,
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They go play action now. Sanders. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, ETN. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Sanders. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Blocking 18.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. 125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And the Falcon 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Oh, and a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 7. At the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw, Penix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit. Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Here's a 2nd and 7. A quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is indeed good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I knew as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's 1st and 10. Sanders.
And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Now Pennick's going to hold on to it.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Toss play to Robinson. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
3rd down and 9.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
The touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
What my dad would say sometimes. I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere.
Here comes 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down.
Back to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line.
Steelers, 1st down.
Trap 60, trap 60.
17-yard line.
Warriors 70. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let's go.
He's back to throw. Oh, an effective an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Now 1st and goal.
Street, 70. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hey, check that. Street.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the line.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Etienne is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds.
Chris Boswell, we kick off with Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Steelers, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will hit